look, 2 arcade and shit. Oh, shit. What the camera?
That's probably on the monitor shit.
Shit, come on.
We need some bit cutters.
You should sit on the other side here.
All right.
These dudes in. Sit on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Let me flex. Oh.
Make sure my hair's
Okay, guys, we're joined right now by James Rojas and Keon Ellis. Same routine. If you have a question, use the raise hand function, and we'll get the question in order they're asked. So go ahead and raise your hands if you have a question for either James Rojas or Keon Ellis. First question will be to James Ludeman. Go ahead, James.
Hey, Keon, this question's for you. You looked like you were really down in tonight, and we actually had you as our tied player of the game. Just kind of talk a little bit about how you thought you guys did offensively. You guys really looked like you were getting into the paint a lot tonight, too.
Yeah, that's our focus going into offense. But we start out just by setting our defense. Just focusing on defense. Getting stops and pushing in transition. So if our defense is clicking, it just makes our offense flow even easier. But yeah, on offense, we just try to get paint touches, attack the rim, force them to help, and play off of that. So I think it just really starts with our defense, though. So when like I said, when our defense is good, this just makes everything easier.
Okay, next question. Let's go to Tyler Martin.
Yeah, this is for James. James, just kind of talk about the first half. It was really physical out there, and I know you got the and one, and you looked really fired up out there. How chippy was it? How physical was it? And then, just talk about your offensive game tonight as well.
They played really physical, and that's what we were expecting them to come out and play hard. So we just knew we had to play as hard as them. So that's how I play. I'm a hard player, and I just loved it. I love the aggression and the physicalness. So that just made me a better player overall. So it just worked. That just made me work harder.
All right, let's go to Tony Tsoukalas for the next question. Go ahead, Tony.
For either of you guys, back-to-back wins over, Tennessee and Florida, just where are you guys at as a confidence standpoint, and how good can this team be moving forward?
Keon, go ahead.
Far as confidence-wise, I think going into the season, we had high standards ourselves. We knew we could accomplish big things. So it was just a matter of just figuring things out as time went on. But our confidence is high, but, we never get the big head because, day in, day out, anybody can beat you. So you always got to be prepared to bring it.
James, you got anything to follow up on that?
Just our confidence level, man. We know that it's just us, and we got to be confident in each other every day out. So I think our confidence just makes us better as a team and as players. So we just build on that.
All right, we got time for a couple more questions. Let's go to James Ludeman first.
I want to ask you guys both, obviously, Auburn, Alabama is always a big game. How much are you looking forward to that matchup on Saturday?
Go ahead, James.
We're looking forward to it. We're going to get right back to practice and work as hard as we have been and just focus on what we can control and just come out and play. We're just going to play as hard as we can and see what happens.
Any other questions for either Keon or James? We'll do the last one to Steve Moulton. Go ahead, Steve.
Congrats on the win, guys. For both of you, what was the Western Kentucky game a turning point for this season, you think, you guys?
Go ahead, Keon. You start.
A turning point, you could kind of say that. We knew, like I said, we knew how good we could be coming into the season. So I think taking a loss to them when we were probably the favorites kind of just woke us up. Like I said earlier, you just got to bring it every night. Anybody's able to beat you. So I think at that point we just knew what our level of intensity had to be day in, day out to actually get a win.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Coach Oates will join us shortly.